Hello everyone, this is Strawberry Shorty back with my recap and analysis of The Quarry. This time we'll be covering chapters 4 and 5, and I have to make sure to actually get the numbers and names right this time because it's so confusing. I messed it up horribly last time. And we'll start with chapter 4, which is Don't Panic. We are Ryan, who last chapter had just gone into the forest to save Nick, and we saw the hunter who Nick bit shoot his fingers off, or his finger off, I think it was just one, after Nick bit him, which makes me believe there is an infection thing going on with the bites. So when Dylan is like, we have to amputate, my thought is like, let's do it, we can stop this right now. Although I thought, I could have sworn Nick got bit in the neck too, like, did I imagine that? But so you only get two options to respond to Dylan, though, and neither of them is very nice. You can either be, like, dismissive or frustrated. And, like, he has a good idea, but I mean, I don't know if it would actually be smart to just do that, given how much time has passed and we probably don't have any way to, you know, deal with the wound. But I still wish we would have gotten better, like, options. And then everyone swears they hear something, and you get a thing where you're pointing the shotgun at the bushes. And this is like a really weird part because they give you a couple of chances to shoot, but there's never any like rustling or anything. And it's actually Jacob, so I didn't shoot, which is a good thing. But even if you call out, Jacob doesn't answer. So this whole moment just feels kind of ridiculous and forced. I don't think I've seen anybody playing this game actually bother to shoot the bushes. So, like, I just don't even know why that moment is there. And after realizing something is wrong, Jacob wants to go look for Emma, and the rest of the group finally decides to go back to the lodge, where they should have been staying to begin with, because then none of this would be happening. And Jacob and Ryan start kind of struggling over the gun. I failed the QTE on purpose, because don't struggle over guns. It's how people accidentally get shot. But this ended up causing Ryan to let go of the gun, and, like, I think the gun hits Jacob or something, and he gets mad at Ryan and tries to, like, punch him. So that ended up kind of backfiring horribly. So then we switch over to Emma, who is on the island. I'm still not sure why she swam away. Like, I know she couldn't hear what Jacob was saying, but, like, even if he jumps in, she just is kind of like, well, he probably drowned, I'm gonna leave. Like, she doesn't even bother to be concerned that he's not coming back up. And she starts doing this video vlog thing, and I'm like, how do these people have any battery power left on their phones at this point? And you get a choice whether to take the high load or the low load. I should mention, I did find the tarot card on the deck. I wish it was a little more obvious when there were tarot cards, because you really have to get close to an area where there looks like there's nothing to ever see them. But I did get the tarot card. So we get the choice to go take the high road or the low road about her ranting with Jacob. And I chose to take the low road just because, I don't know, I mean, if I'm doing, like, sometimes I like to vent in my videos, you know? Well, I review, you know, I don't really do a lot of, like, blog type videos, but part of the video process, I think, if you're doing what she's doing, is to kind of let off steam. So, you know, either way, I believe we make it to the treehouse. And this is where I ended up messing up, because it's like, do you open the trapdoor, or do you search the bags? Now, me personally, I would want to search the bags, because, well, first of all, this girl is in her underwear running around, and second of all, I don't want to open that trapdoor ever. Just looking through the bags seems safer, but because of the star premonition, which seemed to encourage opening the trapdoor, I initially opened the trapdoor and got Emma killed, and that was why I had restarted the entire game. And I was really irritated because it felt like the premonition had lied to me. Now, rewatching it, I do realize that while Emma is not wearing clothes while she looks at the trapdoor, she is when she gets attacked, so I guess that's supposed to kind of hint that you shouldn't open the trapdoor right away, but I don't know. I still do think some of these premonitions are kind of useless, but we can't really talk too much about it at this point, I think. But so, she finds some clothes, which is nice, But then she goes and she opens the trapdoor anyway. Now, I chose to tase the creature, and I was able to take a photo, which of course I did, because that was also something the premonition showed me. And I did not miss any of the QTEs. I kept bear spraying the creature, but like, there were moments where it's like, put something in front of the door, and I did, and I don't remember what she blocks it with, but it was something where it's like, I feel like that creature should be able to just smash right through that. And then she climbs up a ladder, there's another trapdoor, and she puts a toolbox on top of the trapdoor, and again, that stops the monster somehow. So, once Emma is safe, we go back to Dylan as the group arrives in the lodge, and there's actually a tarot card you can get during the cutscene, which I missed because I had actually looked away from the screen for that moment. I don't really like the idea of, like I said earlier, I don't like that the tarot cards are so well hidden that you really have to like specifically get close to an area for them to show up. I don't like this cutscene thing either. I think it's the only time they do it, but it's just really weird. I also hate that little pause whenever you collect the tarot card and you're like, did I get it? Did I get it? I did not get this one. But yeah, so we go and we try to call for help as Dylan and Ryan, and of course it fails. But I feel like you should have probably cut the phones a while ago, but whatever. Hope no one gets, mortally injured and needs an ambulance. But anyway, so Dylan takes the gun, and Ryan's like, dude, what are you doing? And it's like, of course we need the gun. Something mauled Nick, and like, could have potentially mauled Abby, depending on how you've been playing. I don't think Abby ever gets treated as injured, though, does she? I'll have to watch that. So we then get a choice to basically immediately give our new gun up to Caitlin's group. And I was a little torn on this because, like, on one hand, even if I don't know how to fire a gun, I kind of feel like I would want to be the one holding onto a gun in a situation like this. Like, I'm fine with giving them a gun, I just don't see why it has to be mine. Like, how about you give them your gun, Ryan? But I went along with it because Caitlin is like the only one who actually seems to really be experienced with shooting. So it's like, okay, we'll give her our gun. Then, having not really played as Dylan for more than 5 seconds, we're back to Emma, who is reeling in the zipline. And this is probably the only moment in the game that I really found scary. I chose to reel in slowly, and it was so tense. And then you get that interrupt action where you can choose to reel more quickly. And I was tempted, but it's like, no, I'm going to keep going slowly, because I just feel like if you make a lot of noise, it'll draw the creatures in, the brown wendigos. And it's like if I go slowly, maybe they'll just think it's like a weather vane in the wind or something. And then, like, right as you're finishing up, one of them is creeping up on you. I'm not sure why it's creeping up on you. Like, shouldn't it just kind of fling itself at you the minute it sees you? But no, for some reason, it's trying to build up the tension and walking towards you real slow. I thankfully managed to make it out with no problems, no injuries, and then suddenly we're not playing as Emma anymore. So that was really abrupt. That whole thing was like 5 seconds. But,
I don't approve of this. As your guardian angel /
Sorry, I hit my iPad. That was weird. I don't know why that happened. But, so, yeah, so we finished playing as Emma, and then the chapter is just over. Feels really abrupt. Maybe it's just because I'm recapping it instead of playing it, but not a lot actually happened that chapter. Oh, sorry, that was a conversion thing for another video I'm doing. A channel update. I keep getting all these unintentional sounds playing. Anyway. So yeah, chapter ends. I only have the one card, and it shows Ryan chainsawing Dylan's hand off, which is, wow. But yeah, so then we move on to chapter 5, White Noise. So our group has split up again. Ryan and Dylan are heading to the radio tower place we checked out in Chapter 1 to try and broadcast a message for help, which is very Until Dawn, while Nick and Abby are sticking in the lodge with Caitlin. And so Caitlin goes off to explore on her own, and it turns out one of the hunters is there. I don't remember when we learned the hunters' names, which makes it kind of hard because I know what their names are, but... So, one of the hunters is there, and even if you pass all the QTEs, which I did, Caitlin will still lose her gun. I hate stuff like that. It makes the choices feel irrelevant. We can choose to, like, hide or run, and I honestly don't remember what I chose here. I think I might have chosen to hide. I just remember, like, sneaking behind his back, so maybe we hid and then we snuck out. Yeah, I think I chose hide. But, so we head to the radio tower. We learn Dylan is into, like, I don't know, physics or something. It was just too random of an aside for me to care much. Like, it's supposed to be like he has an unexpected interest, but I didn't really care. We get to the radio tower. We fail to actually get a message out. We just alert the hunters to where we are, and the power tools are on the back wall, so that premonition is gonna be happening soon. And the others come along inconveniently at the exact same time as one of the creatures, so we shout for them to get inside, and I'm panicking because they're heading for the cabin that Emma and Abby broke into, and I'm just thinking, like, this is exactly what I feared would happen, where they're not going to be able to lock the door and protect themselves. But no, because it was already broken into, they're just able to hide more easily. Although this causes Dylan to end up getting his hand bit, and we are given the choice to, at his request, he wants us to cut it off. So we can either cut it off with a chainsaw, shoot it off with a shotgun, or just do nothing. And it's like, yeah, we have to get rid of this because we don't want him to become a monster / die. We don't really know what's happening, but... So I use the chainsaw because I did remember this time about the shotgun spread. And I still kind of feel like Dylan should maybe not be doing so good. How do we even bandage him up? Like, where did we get bandages? But, yeah. So, after that, we managed to blast, like, a feedback loop thingy, whatever. And the creature books it. And then we reunite with the others. And this is where things got really weird for me. So we go into the pool area, and there's blood in the pool and what appears to be a body that looks like it may be wearing underwear. You don't get a clear view. And then the chapter just ends. Which, first, that makes this another super short chapter. Like, it's something I didn't really realize at the time, but it's... Like, these 2 chapters can be played through in, like, less than an hour. And it's just... really weird. Not a lot of, like, free movement or whatever. I think you only freely move around when you're controlling Emma. But... So, yeah, this whole part with the body confused me. Because... who the frick is that? And then the chapter just ends, and I don't think it immediately picks up with this same group, the next chapter, so it's just like, well, what the frick was up with that body? It didn't, like, I don't know why, it didn't feel like a normal cliffhanger, because we didn't get a clear view, and everyone was, like, really upset. Like, it felt like they knew this person, and I was like, is this supposed to be Emma? So, yeah, it was not my favorite chapter ending, but we... once again go to the fortune teller, and I have the hermit card. I don't know if I found any other cards or if there were even any other cards to find, but I have the hermit card, and you are shown this really weird premonition of, like, Jacob and a bear trap, I think, and the older hunter guy, and it seems to imply that maybe if you trust him, things will turn out good. I have no clue what this premonition is supposed to be about. Like, I don't think it ever actually... Like, you're never actually put in that situation, as far as I know, where you have to trust this particular hunter guy, so I don't know. But this video ended up a little shorter than I intended because so little happened in these 2 chapters. But that's all I have to say about those. What did you do when you got to these parts? Did you make any different choices? Or there wasn't really a lot of different choices you could make, but anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please leave a comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye!